Alright, so this is the very first 40 Winks any percent tutorial. Um, so let's begin. We're at the demo right now, but we're gonna head on to the game. And this is my first time doing a tutorial, so it'll be interesting to see how I do this. So, first things first, before you start the game, you're gonna want to go down to options, and you're gonna want to set this to easy. It's set by medium, it's set on medium by default. And that's a little bit more difficult and a lot more time consuming. So just put it to easy, exit, you're good to go, new game. Now, we haven't done any official testing on who's faster, but in my personal experience, Ruff is a bit faster than Tumble, just by how he moves faster. Tumble, however, has faster ledge grabs and has a wider hitbox, and also has her bed closer to the door. I'll explain what that means. It might be a bit confusing. So we're gonna select Ruff for the purpose of this tutorial. We got the two cutscenes. The first thing is you're supposed to hold down the X button to skip both the cutscenes, because there's two cutscenes that happen. So right after you select your character, hold down X, and then it should skip both cutscenes. So as you can see, depending on who you pick, you'll either spawn at the T bed or the R bed. That's Ruff and Tumble. If you're Ruff, you always spawn at this bed. And I'll tell you why that doesn't really matter, because look at this. You can just get there fast, regardless of who you pick. See? Doesn't really save much time. But I do believe Ruff is a bit faster in his movement. So I'm going to explain to you, before we get into any worlds or any, particular, levels, I'm going to explain to you the movement tech. So first off, there's 4 different movement techs. The fourth one is a swimming tech, so I'll get around to that when I get to the swimming section. But a little bit about this game, how to beat the game normally. You're supposed to get all 40 winks in the game, and then behind this door, there is the last boss of the game. However, Banguera, the person who routed this game, found out that using this door and a sofa behind this area right here, you can make a squeeze proxy to make yourself fly up into the top, go out of bounds, and then just glitch into the door over here. And that's how you do any percent. You're supposed to unlock this area, which has you beating the first 2 worlds, and then you can have access to that glitch. Makes the run about 30 minutes, takes about an hour and 30 minutes throughout the entire run. So this is for any percent. If you want to know about 100%, you need to get all 40 of the winks. Okay, so first things first, the double jump. The double jump was found by Banguera, and he pretty much used it to break this game. So, as you can see, you can only jump once, right? You can't really jump more than once, right? However, if you mash the X button, you can get extra height, like this. It's not really noticeable, but I'll show you an example in relativity to this place over here. So we can't jump up here on top of the doorway. However, if we do a double jump, we can get up there. So that gives you more height, and the developers never intended you to have that much height. So the game is programmed in such a way that this is really broken, right? So that's basically how you do that. You're supposed to get if you keep mashing X, you'll eventually get down the timing of the double jump. The next tech you're gonna want to use is the long jump. I found this one by complete accident when I was digging around in this game. So by pressing the circle button, you slide, right? So you move forward and you speed up a bit. However, if you press the X button and the circle button at the exact same time when moving in a certain direction, you move forward at the speed of a slide, but you're not doing a slide, you're doing a jump. So I call this the long jump because, Super Mario 64, it's just easy to recognize. And in 80%, this doesn't have any real uses. In 100% though, it has a lot of really cool uses. But 90%, it's just to speed you up. See, this is a lot faster than just moving around normally. Also, another thing to note is that If you hold down circle for too long, you'll do a stomp. So right as you put the inputs in, you're going to want to let go of circle, and the longer you hold X, the more height you'll get. Like the farther you'll go. So I'll show you like a normal, like that, boom. That's a normal one, not holding X, but that's holding X. Look at that, that's crazy. The next movement tech, the last movement tech we're going to cover in this part, is the long double jump. Okay, so if you take the inputs of the long jump and mash them at the same speed as you would do a double jump, it does a double long jump. And the same thing happens. If you hold down X, you get more distance in your long jump. Right? This has a lot of really cool applications, especially since the double jump doesn't go as high as the double long jump. It's a little bit higher. It's a little bit, you know, hard to notice. When it comes down to like the second world, I'm going to show you a trick you can do with the double long jump that you can't do with the normal double jump. So all these movement techs are very important. More so in 100%, which will probably be soon. I'll probably do a tutorial on that. But for now, I just want to practice the timing for the double jump, the long jump. Make sure you get the long ones by holding down X, and the double long jump. And those are all the things that's your homework for today. So just do that, and you're good to go. So I'll see you guys in the next part as we enter this world.